Ba-bam!
I've been talking about my big move for a while now, since I found out that I wouldn't be staying in Puerto Rico for my residency training. And let me tell you, nothing could have prepared me to face the amount of stuff that I had accrued during the last 4 years. And this is in addition to all the things that I had already owned because they were in my childhood bedroom. Unfortunately, I feel like during the pandemic, during med school, it brought out kind of like the worst habits I had, and one of them was buying stuff. And I'm talking about the overconsumption of just acquiring things and like not even thinking, do I really need this? Is this gonna add something to my life right now? Or is there something that I have right now that I should get through before buying it? I am exhausted from packing, and all of this showed me was that I have way too many cosmetic products and I am kind of disgusted with myself. I feel like definitely I was in that time of YouTube aging myself a bit where like consumerism was like at all-time high and all the makeup products were everywhere and everyone needed every single palette and every single color. No one needs that. No one needs that. But one thing I've decided to do, and it was kind of inspired by like that trick of, I think it's from Oprah, I'm aging myself definitely with that comment. She would say like, put your handguards backwards so like the hook part facing out like at one day. And then as you start using it, you hang it back up and it's forward facing. And then so the things that you end up using a lot or using, those are the things that you keep. But if by the end of like 3 months and you put like a set time period for you, usually it's seasonal because I know a lot of places in the world it's seasons. You would put like at the end of fall, if like I haven't used these items and I'm going to get rid of them. And then so that's what I'm using with this. So I'm going to be marking every single product that I use in the next 6 months with this. Not 6 months, 3 months. And the end of 3 months, I don't use it because obviously I want to keep my special occasion stuff, you know? And I feel like it'll also put pressure on me. Like if I don't want to get rid of something, I'm going to use it. Just putting that out there in case you need some inspiration for something or other. But a washi tape, it doesn't have to be at this particular one. If it has a washi tape, I'm going to keep it. But if it doesn't, back to work on the computer. And on the note of overconsumption, I realized with this move how many books I have that I haven't read, and honestly it made me feel quite sad because there was no way that I was going to be able to take them all, mostly because of just space constraints. You're going to see later my bookshelf, it's quite small, and I also don't want it to look like it's exploding, so it became really sad to try to figure out what books to take, what was important to me. Then I had to leave books that I would like to take. Like I really wanted to take my Crescent City books because I wanted to reread them before the new book comes out. But I just couldn't. Like I just don't have the space. And also books are heavy in luggage and also in mailing. But it really made me realize like I need to only buy books that I love. And I'm really going to be relying on my Kindle these next coming months and years, I guess. So this is the aforementioned bookcase that I said has very little space, and there are some other areas in my room where I could stack books, but I'm really trying to be more minimalist and mindful when it comes to books. I really want to do a bookshelf tour eventually once this is all beautiful and I feel like I want to present it, but I can't figure out how I want to organize it. I also attempted to clean the balcony and that was a massive fail because it was just too dirty. I'm 100% going to be enlisting the help of my brother to help me. This isn't gonna work. Hello, so I am finally settled. I've been settling down for the past 2 days, doing a lot of sort of bureaucratic work and like getting some health certificates in for my job and moving, unpacking. I'm finally feeling in the space where I could sit down and like take a breath of fresh air and start my routines and all that sort of thing. This vlog was kind of all over the place and it didn't really document well everything that I had gone through, and looking back I wish I had filmed more, but I also really acknowledge that I was trying to live in the moment and I was also going through it. I feel like cleaning my room and doing that whole thing, my dad actually helped me prioritize the type of life I want to live, and honestly I realized with my last room and my last space, I really let everything get out of control. And I think that when you are living in this space of just stuff and clutter, it can be really overwhelming. And I don't think that I don't want to invite that into this new stage of life. The room ended up spotless. Kudos to my dad for sitting down. He's the most organized person that I know, and he can literally Marie Kondo anything, but he was the Marie Kondo before Marie Kondo because the guy's just just impeccable with his sort of organizing, grouping, and really letting you know like what's useful, what's not useful. He doesn't use that whole like, you know, does this spark joy nonsense. Not nonsense, I think it's a good thing. I do that too, like when I'm deciding to try to get rid of something. But he really helped me like get through that. And I think that if you're ever in a space where you need help with a room that maybe you feel like it's gotten out of your control and you cannot touch it anymore, why don't you enlist someone's help, even if it's just to supervise you and like kind of give you direction when you get stuck? Because I think that's what happened, and that's what kept happening to me. I would organize, but then I wouldn't know like where to go from there, and I needed kind of like that little held by the hand to be like, okay, this is the next steps, this is how you group, this is how you do all that. But I am happy to be here, and I'm really looking forward to the sort of content I get to make now, even though I looked over my schedule and it's gonna be tight. I'm always up for the challenge. This week, I'm just settling in, getting used to Miami. I am very familiar with Miami, but this is like the first time I'm ever driving around in it and getting around in like my own car, which is a lot. It's very stressful. I'm just really happy that I have like a lot of support, and I also wanted to come on here and like say thank you to the people that have been following my journey through medicine and now going into residency and like the different stages of my life. I feel like it can be quite difficult sometimes to keep track of, because medicine, unless like you're in it or you know someone in it, it can be difficult to like keep track of it. But I really appreciate it, and I read every comment, and I really have a lot of appreciation if you made it this far. And on that note, I'll see you in the 305. Well, I am in the 305. Bye!